Hello and welcome everyone. Today's mission will have me roaming the grasslands, opening up my map and looking for muleys. For this mission, the Deer Association wants to improve the overall health of the local mule deer population by removing low fitness bucks. To do so, I'll have to harvest 5 mule deer bucks with a fitness score of less than 40%, either adult or mature. This can be done anywhere on the map. When I started the mission, I had only discovered 4 mule deer herds. But by the end, I would have 10. Scouting the area and finding multiple herds was key for me, as there might not be a buck in every herd that meets the criteria. This can be done passively while exploring the map, but I chose to actively try and complete the mission by finding the muley herds, glassing the herd for a 1-star adult or mature buck, then making a harvest when I found one. I found that the Primo's Big Buck rattling bag with the short rattle for low fitness animals helps to draw them out of the herd. I'll also keep an eye out for small, non-symmetrical antlers as well. But there's no guarantee that the 1-stars will always be less than 40%. So I'll be sure to look at the Overview tab when I harvest the buck to check the fitness score. Mule deer are a Tier 5 animal, so any Tier 5 weapon will work best to get the highest yield back for me. I'll be using the Remington 783, but Grandpa's old 30-30 will work too. I'll need a trusty set of binos, and I'll definitely remember to grab the rattling bag to call in the low fitness males. When I set out to begin the mission, I kept an eye out for herds while scouting the main river and streams of the Cottonwood and Rivermouth sections of the Grasslands. When I got a chance to take out a low fitness buck, I would take it. Some of my harvests came in high. If the herd didn't have a potential buck, I would also try to harvest a mature female for practice and extra points. Once I found a bunch of herds, I then explored the surrounding fields and woods for feed and rest zones. This made it easier for me to find the herds according to the time of day. And slowly, I collected all 5. For my first harvest, I went to check on a herd of muleys west of the river. It was late in the afternoon, so I was hoping to find them in a rest zone. My first clue was a call through the woods about 270 meters away. I kept an eye on the wind and slowly circled to the left, hoping to spot them without spooking them. And finally, I spotted one on the side of the hill. In the herd was a 1-star mature, so I decided to get a little closer for a better look. But I got busted at about 100 meters. I found the targeted buck and had a good angle, so I pulled out the 243 to try to take a shot. Looked like a good hit, so I marked the spot where I shot him and went to investigate. And I found him not too far away. Looks like I've shot this guy before. My previously unsuccessful shot hit him in the artery. But the shot I took him down with got him in the right lung. I only lost a little over a kilogram of meat, so he sold for a decent price. And his score ultimately came in the highest of them all at 254. This 1-star mature has a 35% fitness rating, so he became my first harvest to count for the mission. The next day, I ended up downstream a short distance from the last harvest, when I caught another call in the distance. So I went to go take a look. Right off the bat, I spotted another 1-star mature. Excited by another chance, I began to move in, but quickly realized that I had a bad wind. So I circled across the river and to the right. This is much better and has a well-hidden approach with the riverbank and the tree. Now I had a great distance and was still undetected. So I took cover in the tree and tried the rattling bag to see if it would call him in. And it caught his attention right away. A good hit. According to the blood, he should go down, so I followed the trail up the hill. My shot caught him straight on and in the left lung at 91 meters. He's a mature male weighing 169 kilograms with a fitness rating of 34%, so he too will qualify for the mission. The shot barely lost any meat, so he had a good yield, but scoring less than the first at 221. My third muley proved to be the trickiest of them all. I was in the southern part of the Grasslands a day later when I spotted a herd grazing on the side of a hill. I couldn't make out what was in the herd from here, so I moved up for a closer look. In the herd was a 1-star adult, but off to the left was a 1-star mature that was much more likely for low fitness. With my target picked out, I crept my way up to a tree for cover. Once I was hidden, I tried the rattling bag again. And he too took interest right away. As soon as he cleared the rock, I took a shot. He was heading right for me, so I was able to hit him again. With 2 shots in him, I assumed he would go down right away, so I took off to follow the blood trail. But just across the river, I bumped the herd again. And then bumped him as well. One of the details I appreciate about this game is how a wounded animal will sometimes lay down to bleed out, but you can also bump them in the process before they expire, just like in real life. After watching him take off across the field again, I continued following the blood trail, but much more cautiously this time. I eventually caught back up with the herd against the side of the mountains. I tried getting a better view, but it was hard to see through the trees. But I could see blood on the side of the hill, so I knew he wasn't far. There was one lump of gray to the right, but I wasn't sure if that was him. As I was trying to get a better look, I bumped the herd again. When I went to investigate, I found the lump of gray was the buck I was looking for after all. My 2 shots weren't quite as good as I'd thought, with the first simply hitting an artery, and the second hitting him in the right lung. He ended up with the lowest fitness of the whole bunch at 29%, Because of the 2 shots, I lost 36 kilograms of meat, but he still fetched a decent price. Despite his low fitness, he still scored higher than the last at 237. The 4th one I found in the far southern edge of the Grasslands. There was a herd here that I had discovered, but had yet to get my eyes on, so I went to check them early in their drink time. Their zone was nestled in the brush next to a bridge. I couldn't see him very well, but there was a 1-star mature in there somewhere. So I began to advance closer, keeping a close eye on the wind just in case it decided to shift. Suspecting I might have to call him out, I snuck into the brush for cover. And he finally appeared after the 3rd call. And with 2 good hits, I suspected he'd go down quickly. With the 2 shots, I collectively got him in both lungs, taking him down pretty quickly at about 50 meters. He scored a 34% fitness, so he will also make the cut for the mission. Sadly, the 2 shots ended up claiming 35 kilograms of meat, but at least I don't have to track him very far. He ended up scoring 233. And for my 5th and final hunt of the mission, I took a little detour up a side stream to see if I could find a drink zone for a new herd that I had yet to see. On my way up, I heard something in the brush, so I snuck a little closer to get a better look. I could see a couple, but the herd was hidden behind a hill. So I circled to the left and tried to look down upon them. I knew they couldn't be far, but still wasn't sure what was in the herd. Hoping to draw out any low fitness males, I tried the collar. Then I spotted a 1-star in the brush. As soon as he came around the edge, I pulled out the 243. And he went down pretty quickly. I got the final muley through both lungs and the heart at 58 meters. I barely lost any meat, so the yield came to 166 kilograms. He scored the lowest of the bunch at 216. But his fitness rating came in at 36%, meeting the mission requirements once again and completing the mission. This was a challenging but great mission to tackle early on, as it brought in a bunch of cash that will come in handy for later. Muleys are some of my favorites to hunt in the game as well, so it was a good way to get used to the scoring system while exploring my map. If you found this video helpful, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more content. My next side mission will have me searching the fields for some unspooked badgers. Thanks for watching.